A very good morning from the Temple of Speed here for the final round of the 2024 Italian F4 Championship on a very wet grey and, as you can see, overcast day here for the series decider of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. 38 cars are on the grid. Freddie Slater has already been crowned the champion. It is effectively a dead rubber. He is the champion, but still plenty to race for. Let's go down and hear first of all from the young Dutchman who's looking to win, Reno Francot.
Reno, you were praying for rain and you have almost got it. So this is sure your best chance of a win from grid 3?
Yeah, sure. I think it's going to be a very exciting race. I know I have the speed in the rain. So yeah, let's see. We will probably have a lot of safety cars and incidents. So yeah, I'm just going to do my best and see what happens.
Thank you.
Yes, Freddie Slater is already the champion. Has wrapped up the title, but Reno Francot, speaking with Laura Cola, is looking to take a race win. Alex Powell, he's fighting for the rookie championship.
Alex,
and about
grid
to speak
4,
to Laura
so
Cola.
a great starting position as you fight for the rookie championship.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a good starting position, but at the end, it's going to be a hectic race, I'm sure. So it's just about keeping eyes forward and continuing to do a good race, solid race, and continue moving forward.
Thank you.
Alex Powell, who leads the rookie championship race, starting on the second row of the grid. We'll take a look at the grid for you in a moment. This is race 1 of 3 here. The race will start behind the safety car for the final round of the 2024 championship. This is the grid. It looks like this. It is the Australian Jack Beaton who starts on pole position alongside the champion-elect, Freddie Slater. Reno Francot starting out at grid 3 is the young Dutchman. And then the Jamaican sensation, Alex Powell. He is the rookie championship leader starting out of grid 4. The newly crowned European champion, Akshay Bora for US Racing, alongside his Australian teammate, Gianmarco Pradel, out of 6. Thomas Stoltemanis, and one of 3 former World Kart racing champions in the field, Kin Nakamura Berta. Dion Gara, Rashid Al-Dahedi, that is the 5th row of the grid, the Prema Racing team drivers. Enzo Ye for RHGP, and the highly rated young Williams rookie, Alexander Bondarev. Enia Frey for Jensen Motorsport, Maxim Ram, the German, Gustav Jonsson, Kabir Anurag from Sentosa in Singapore, out of grid 16. Then we go to Kirill Kutskov, making his debut in the Italian Championship. Luca Samolisto, Bart Harrison, the Yorkshireman from England, alongside Maximilian Popov for PHM Racing. Grid 21 sees Hiyo Yamakoshi, Ciro Cibral out of grid 22. The boy from Brazil on debut in the Italian Championship, Ed Robinson and Leah Block, one of 4 Americans in the field, the Williams F1 Academy driver out of grid 24. Another American, that's Everett Stack. Lynn Hodenu is down in 26. Welcome back to Andrea Duna. Hudson Schwartz out of grid 28 is one of 4 Americans in the field. The second Ukrainian, Alexander Savinkov. Olivieri back on 30. Nathaniel Berabi. Mattia Marchiente for AKM Motorsport. Dante Vinci on debut is the Australian for Van Amersfoort Racing. Bianca Bustamante, Davide Larini back on grid 35. Back in the series is Jan Koller for BVM Racing. Out of grid 36 is the Czech. The final row of the grid, Luca Vistoriano and Kai Dadianani, who did not set a time in qualifying for Cram Motorsport. Starts out of grid 36. 38, in fact. So the race has actually got underway. You can see the clock is ticking down. 30 minutes plus 1 lap. We are behind the safety car, at least for the first lap here. 38 cars for this, the final round of the championship. .24 nationalities represented here for the final round of the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. Freddie Slater just arriving at the circuit on Thursday after competing for the BRDC Autosport Awards. He is one of the 4 finalists, which will be announced on January 29 of next year. He is the new champion. He won the United Arab Emirates Formula 4 Championship to start 2024. Akshay Bora, though, the newly crowned European champion. He won here at Monza 3 weeks ago where the weather was decidedly better than, as you can see, what we've got here this morning. 38 cars on the grid now on the first lap of the race. We actually had Formula Regional, the European Championship, qualifying this morning. Well, actually, that's not exactly correct. They went out to qualify. Qualifying for the Formula Regional European Championship a few moments ago was actually cancelled after one lap. You can see the conditions as the cars come out of Lesmo 2 down through the Seraglio curve. Pouring rain much of yesterday, all today, and we are expecting the same again tomorrow. A wet race. There were a few laps raced or driven yesterday on the Pirelli slick tyre. The chance of racing on Pirelli slicks this weekend, minimal at best. Under the old banking down into the Ascari curve. So Jack Beaton taking pole position again. He is fighting for second in the championship. He's actually fourth on 183 points. Akshay on 189. Hiyo Yamakoshi 220. You can see the points at the bottom right of your screen. Freddie Slater has wrapped up the title at the previous round of the championship in Barcelona. He cannot be beaten for the title in what is his last Formula 4 race ever before moving on to, I'm not sure it's been announced yet what he's doing next year. Certainly Freddie Slater has a big future in front of him. He is the new champion, the second Englishman to take the title of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. Still looking to break the record of the most wins in a series. His countryman Ollie Behrman winning the title for Van Amersfoort Racing in 2021. This is Thomas Stoltemanis. Car 33. Thomas third in the Rookie Championship. That is the only title still to be decided here this weekend. Prema Racing back on top. They've taken out the team's championship. As you look at Alexander Bondarev, the highly rated young Ukrainian rookie, the Williams Junior Academy driver. Second car race ever for the former European kart racing champion. Alexander, car 17. Still another lap behind the safety car. This is actually race. Well, it is the race, the second lap of the race behind the safety car. Atrocious conditions here at Monza. This is race 1 of 3 here this weekend. Understandably, a safety car start here early this morning for the final round of the 2024 Italian Formula 4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion, together with the Automobile Club of Italy, the sporting department that is Acci Sport. Maxim Rem down through the chicane. Turn 1, of course, this is the circuit where Charles took victory for the second time in the Italian Formula 1 Grand Prix. The first day of September, a beautiful summer's day it was. Far from that now 6 weeks later. Summertime in the Northern Hemisphere has well and truly come to an end. Race 1 of 3 here this weekend. The final round of the championship. Freddie Slater is the champion. United Arab Emirates Formula 4 champion as well. His last ever Formula 4 race. This is Thomas Stoltemanis. Just looking at the Rookies Championship. Alex Powell, 318 points. Kin Nakamura Berta, 282. Thomas Stoltemanis, 269. Maxim Rem, 140. And Emanuele Olivieri, 5th in the rookie race on 128 points. But the young Italian for AKM Motorsport starting way back on the grid. Out of position 30. Waiting for word from race control when the safety car will enter and if we can get any green racing laps here this morning. Jack Beaton, the Queenslander for US Racing, who won the European Championship here at Monza 3 weeks ago with Akshay Bora. Jack, grid 1. Freddie, the new champion. He's alongside the two good friends. Different teams though. US Racing, Jack, car 45. There's Akshay Bora, car 31, newly crowned European champion. Quite a few drivers having their last Formula 4 race, including the drivers on the front row of the grid. Jack Beaton, Freddie Slater, Akshay Bora for that matter as well. Gianmarco Pradell, still waiting for word from race control. Looking out the window of our commentary studio here at Monza, down towards the start-finish line, at least one more lap under the safety car. A frustrating but understandable start to the morning here. 3 races scheduled for this weekend, and the rain is also scheduled as well. So the third lap of the race. The first of 3 rounds here early this morning at the Temple of Speed. Look at the conditions here at Monza. Fastest lap of the race. Yes, I realise quite irrelevant. Jack Beaton, a 3-minute, 16-second lap time. This is lap 3. So Jack, obviously, by virtue of being in position 1, fastest lap, that is irrelevant. Shades of Nikita at Spa 2 years ago. But they are lapping in over 3 minutes. Pole position yesterday on a wet track. It was 1 minute 57, a damp track. There were a few laps yesterday where the cars could circulate temporarily on slick tyres. Top speed yesterday recorded through the speed trap, 241 kilometres an hour. 3 weeks ago in the dry jump, Marco Pradel in the European Championship, 247 kilometres an hour. That is incredibly quick for these Formula 4 cars. Still using the maximum downforce setup. Aerodynamically, the A5 setting on the rear wing, 3 degrees of front wing. But a soft setup for the front and rear suspension. You can see one of the Prema Racing cars going slowly, looking for, it is Alex Powell in fact, just trying to accelerate. The safety car will pull in at the end of this lap, so we will race green. We will attempt to race green. That's Alex warming up as best possible. Not only the Pirelli wet tyres, but also the brakes, the suspension, the turbocharged Abarth engine. The 11th season of the Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion together with Acci Sport, concludes here this weekend. So Jack Beaton to lead the field away on lap 4 of race 1, the final round of the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. 38 cars on the circuit from 24 nations here at the Temple of Speed, the home of the Italian Formula 1 Grand Prix. Jack Beaton from Queensland, Australia, to lead the field away. The newly crowned champion, Freddie Slater from the Midlands of the King's England. Watch out for Reno Francot, who spoke to Lauderkoller on the grid before the start for the Gensa Motorsport team. Of course, Gensa Motorsport winning the title 2016 at this very circuit when the Argentine Marcus Siebert defeated the Swiss-born German Mick Schumacher to win this championship 8 years ago. There is Jack, the Queenslander, grid 1, P1. The safety car pulls into pit lane. It's the Australian from the Englishman and the Dutchman in P3 into the Michele Alboreto Parabolica. The green flag is flying now. They cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line. Freddie Slater knows it. He's got the run. He's just waiting. For the first time this weekend, we race green in atrocious conditions here at Monza. Freddie Slater, a brilliant start around the outside. They flash across the line through the spray down into turn 1. Jack on the inside, Freddie on the outside. They tried to squeeze each other. Watch down into the chicane. Slater around the outside, and the newly crowned champion goes through to take the lead. Nice pass from Slater. Beaton back to second. As the field, for the most part, with the exception of both the RHGP drivers who straight line the chicane and shortcut the circuit through the spray, through La Curva Grande, the big curve here at Monza. Incredibly, we've got, for the moment, a clean start. Slater from Beaton, back to Reno Francot, Van der Netherlands. Akshay, Gianmarco Pradel up into P5 through the Roger chicane. This is actually commendable from these young drivers. Oh, I speak too soon. Going around, it looks to be Stoltemanis. Powell has actually pulled into the pits. Alex Powell, so he was going slowly on the second lap, has actually pulled into pit lane. Alex Powell in trouble, leading the rookie race. Alex Powell is down in pit lane. This is the Jamaican sensation. And it is a sensation this morning, but not in a positive fashion. Alex Powell, who was leading the rookie, is leading the rookie championship The Premier Racing team go to work. Alex Powell in pit lane with a problem. Stolchamanis, you saw his teammate go around into the Roger chicane. Slater with the race lead. Beaton, Francot, Borda, Pradel, Nakamura Berta, who is now leading the rookie race. Rashid up into P7. Here's the Emirati, Dion Gauda, Enzo Ye. And Gustav Jonsson from Sweden rounds out the 10. Great start for Alexander Bondarev, the Williams rookie. P11, his second ever car race, and the third rookie. As you look at King Nakamura Berta try the outside of Gianmarco Pradel. This just a few moments ago. Watch in the background out of the Roger chicane. Thomas Stolchamanis turning it around. A complete 360, has actually rejoined down in 23rd position. His teammate Alex Powell stuck in pit lane. The rookie championship leader, a disastrous start for the American-born Jamaican, the Mercedes Junior, who is leading the rookie championship, but stationary and going nowhere. He will get nothing out of the first race here this morning. Slater, though, is disappearing down the road. A 2-second lead from the Englishman. Back to the Australian. Reno Francot looking for his second podium in the championship in 2024. The US racing team and the Premier Racing team, this battle rages on. There's King Nakamura Berta. Does well to go through the Rocher chicane. Akshay Border, car 31 up the inside, though, the newly crowned European champion. Nicely done. King Nakamura Berta halted around the outside. And one of 3 former World Kart Racing champions in the field. Nice pass. Nice repass by KNB. Holds off the newly crowned European champion. Alex Powell down into pit lane, and we are being told it was a mechanical defect flag. Alex Powell, we are being told by race control he was actually pulled into pit lane because the rear light was not working, which is a non-conforming car. How frustrating. As we see Martia Marchiante in the background going on through. He's lost the front wing, though. Alex Powell, how frustrating. The rear light was not working. That is a non-conformity, and so was given the mechanical defect flag. The rookie championship leader. Wow. Not the way he wanted to start the weekend to try and claim the rookie championship. As you look at Akshay Bora get a tremendous run around the outside of the Dutchman. Nice pass by the newly crowned European champion. Still in the pouring rain, 230 kilometres an hour from Jack. The US racing cars, they have been consistently quick in a straight line. Francot back to 5. He's been passed by Border. Pradel's right there. Good drive on his return after missing the European Championship final. The Emirati, there is car 14, the Huawei back machine of the kid from Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, Rashid Al Daheri, trying to take Gianmarco Pradel and Reno Francot, P7. Nice start to the weekend from Rashid. Sits in behind the Dutchman. Goes through the Rocher chicane. Rashid will get the run on the Dutchman, who tries to defend. Can't do it. Rashid down the inside. Nice pass. Superb from the Emirati. He's now up into position 6. 2 race victories in his home championship, the United Arab Emirates Formula 4 Series. Al Dahedi goes on through P6 now, fighting for a podium. King Nakamura Berta, I can tell you, he's the top rookie, and P3 outright. Trying to close in on the back of Jack Beaton. Here's Beaton down into Ascari. That's KNB. Border, Pradel right behind Rashid. Then we go to Dion Gauda. Good drive from Dion, who's also got by Reno Francot. Gustav Jonsson, Enzo Ye from Chinese Taipei in the R-Race GP car rounds out the top 10 and is the second rookie ahead of Maxim Ram. Kabir Anora, good drive from the Singaporean. He's gone by Bondarev, Samaliso, and Iafrey Popov. Yamakoshi second in the series in 17th ahead of Robinson. Enzo Ye on the outside. Maxim Rem just behind the German. with a podium in the European Series. Maxim Rem in car 71, just outside the top 10 now. Tries to retake the place back. This is a nice drive from Enzo Ye. Inside the top 10, and the second rookie, Akshay Border. Gianmarco Pradel. Rashid shortcuts the chicane. He goes straight ahead, and that hard work comes undone. Rashid Al-Dahedi, who was running in position 6, straight down through the chicane. Remember, they are braking from near on no visibility. As we see a crash, Maximilian Popov down into the first corner, has come together with Ed Robinson, and that surely will bring out the safety car. Popov for PHM Racing. Yes, the safety car coming out onto the circuit. Alex Powell, I can tell you, has rejoined the race way down the field. So a crash between Robinson and Popov, and the safety car comes out. This is what happened just a few moments ago. Down into the first corner, a low-speed crash. Fortunately, but there is too much damage to the right rear of Maximilian Popov and the front left. This is young Maximilian, the PHM Racing driver. And this is Ed Robinson, the 2020 Spanish kart racing champion, the Brit from Mallorca in Spain. Maxim Popov with multiple WSK international kart racing podiums. A slow speed crash. Fortunately, you can see the drivers are fine, but there is too much damage to the right rear of Maximilian's car and the front left of Robinson's car, who's made a great second half of the season after coming over to the US racing team. But unfortunately here this weekend, the first of 3 races for the final round, Robinson's morning is over. So the safety car comes out onto the circuit, and the 3.4 second lead of Slater over Beaton. Has evaporated. Let's hear from Lauda.
So first of all, congratulations for the titles, guys.
Thank you very much. It's been a hard season, a lot of competition, but we're very happy with the team and our drivers.
It's every time very hard for you, but every time a lot of very talented drivers.
Yeah, it's a very hard championship, a lot of good drivers. We are lucky that we have a lot of good drivers in our team, a lot of intra-team fight, but they all did a good job, and we're very happy, especially with Freddie, who is breaking records and really pushing hard.
That was the voice of Prema Racing team manager Goffredo, or Goofy Piero, who has done a superb job to engineer a victory for the Prema Racing team in the team's championship, and also wrapping up the driver's title as Jan Kohler goes through in the BVM racing car. Goofy Piero, of course, son of the 5-time Le Mans champion Emanuele Piero, and younger brother of Chris Piero, who has just started his new position as a race engineer with the Alpine F1 race team, coming over from the Sauber team. I hope that's public news. I'm sure Chris posted that on Insta recently, so that's not a secret. Goofy Piero, team manager for the all-conquering Prema Racing team. They were bitterly sore after losing the driver's title to Kasper Stuka and the US racing team in 2023, but they've bounced back brilliantly. Freddie Slater, the driver's champion, and the Prema Racing team have won the team's championship for 2024. Luca Samalisto going on through. P14 behind Bondarev. We move into the final third of the race, the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. If you're just joining us, Freddie Slater overtaking Jack Beaton, who took pole position. The race starting behind the safety car. Slater with a lead of almost 4 seconds, but a crash between Maximilian Popov and Ed Robinson has brought out the safety car in atrocious conditions here at the home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix. This is the Temple of Speed. This is Monza, of course. This is race 1 of 3, the final round of the 11th season of the Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion together with Aci Sport. You can see the conditions. If there is any good news, it does rain at this time of the year in Monza, but the 2025 calendar has recently been announced. We're back at Monza next year, but not in October. 3 days after, in fact, no, sorry, 1 day after the official start of summer in the Northern Hemisphere, the 22nd of June, back here at Monza. Next year's calendar, next year's championship kicks off at the MotoGP circuit of Misano on the first weekend of May, then to Vallelunga to the north of the eternal city of Rome for round 2, back here at Monza in June, then Mugello, Imola, home of the Emilia-Romagna Formula 1 Grand Prix, Barcelona in Spain for round 6, and the championship concludes on the Adriatic coast in Misano on the 12th of October 2025. That's the 12th season of the Italian F4 Championship as Dion Gauda goes on through. The Formula 4 category, of course, introduced by the FIA in 2013, now racing in more than 20 championships around the world. That number will add to 21 next year when South Africa embraces the Formula 4 category. The Motorsport Association of South Africa, surprisingly for a strong nation, they've only had, off memory, one driver competing in the Italian F4 Championship. 24 nations in the Italian series, which has been won by an Englishman for the second time, Freddie Slater, who is the race leader, as the clock ticks down to 7 minutes plus 1 lap here at Monza. Race 1 of 3 here this weekend. Slater from Beaton and Kin Nakamura Berta, who is leading the rookie race. Alex Powell with a non-conforming car. In simple terms, the rear rain light was not working, was forced to make a pit stop, rejoined. He's 2 laps behind, circulating, but down in 38th and last place. We'll get nothing out of the race here this morning. Luca Visoriano, Andrea Duma going through the 2-car attack for the rookie team from Romania, Real Racing. That's Kai Dadianani, who did not set a time in qualifying. Great to have Bart Harrison in the field for the final round of the championship as well. The driver from Yorkshire in the Kings England, doing a good job as well in P17, ahead of one of 4 Americans. Everett Stack, who's just behind, then Thomas Dolchemanis after that spin in the Roger chicane. And Kirill Kutskov making his debut in the championship, rounds out P20. A sprint to the checkered flag, 5:55 plus 1 lap to race. The safety car to come into pit lane at the end of this lap. It is Slater from Beaton. KMB, the rookie race leader, Akshay Bora, Gianmarco Bredel, Rashid Al-Bahedi still in 6th. Dion Gauda, as Alexander Bondarev goes through on your screen in car 17, behind the Singaporean Kabir Anurag, who's only 2 positions outside a top 10 finish here this morning. Here's the Singaporean. Through the spray, out of Lesmo 2, down through the Seraglio curve, under the old banking, into Ascari. Race 1 of 3 here this weekend, round 7, the championship final, the Italian Formula 4 Championship. Pouring rain, we are expecting 20 millimetres. That's just under 1 inch of rain in the old money. That's just today. We had similar yesterday. And unfortunately, we are still expecting the same tomorrow. Through the Ascari chicane with the new low-profile curves, which almost gave us or contributed to the recent Italian Formula 1 Grand Prix, but for 18 seconds being the fastest Formula 1 Grand Prix in history. Freddie Slater, car 27. Jack Beaton, his good mate, right behind, but vastly different teams though. Friends off track, but rivals on it. And watch for Kin Nakamura Berta. 3 World Kart Racing champions in the field here. First and third with Freddie Slater. Third with Kin Nakamura Berta and Kirill Kutskov. Last year's World Kart Racing champion for DPK Racing in P20. The green flag flies and we race to the checkered flag. Superb restart from Slater. Jack Beaton's missed it. And he's coming under attack from both Kin Nakamura Berta, Akshay Bora, and also his countryman, Gianmarco Bredel in P5. Al-Bahedi, Gauda, Jonsson around the outside. Gustav almost goes into the grass as Jack, in the middle of the track, has to defend second place. Akshay on the brakes. Jack does nicely to make the corner. Rashid does not. Contact just a little bit further back in the pack. One of the Prema Racing cars may well have been Bondarev. In fact, fact, Stolchamanis. As Slater down into the Rocha chicane, look at the restart from the Englishman. This is his last Formula 4 race ever. A world-class driver with a huge future ahead of him. Jack Beaton sideways on the exit of the Rocha chicane. Kin Nakamura Bertha almost on the grass. Jack defends. Jack was beaten off the start after qualifying Grid 1 yesterday, now has to defend. He's got World Kart Racing champions ahead of him in the form of Slater. Nakamura Berta right behind him, and the newly crowned European Formula 4 champion, Akshay Border and Gianmarco Pradel. As we see, Enzo Ye, Reno Francot, Maxim Rem, Jack Beaton with the warning flag as well. He is defending down into the Ascari chicane. You cannot straight line, you cannot shortcut the Ascari chicane. There is gravel on the inside, gravel on the outside, as Reno Francot finds out. And Enzo Ye has buried it and discovers right there the track limits of Monza. Enzo Ye buried in the gravel. He was driving superbly inside the top 10. And the safety car, frustratingly, but inevitably, comes out onto the circuit for the second time here. Enzo Ye buried in the gravel at the Ascari chicane. We'll take a look at the replay of what happened. Reno Francot just going through. In fact, this was the Rocha chicane. This was Luca Vistoriano going around. Does rejoin into the Rocha chicane. Francot, firstly in the grass, did well to rejoin. He went straight ahead. Enzo Ye losing the front wing. And the driver from Chinese Taipei has buried the R-Race GP car in the gravel. Francot, who started out of grid 3, he was praying for the rain. As you look at Enzo, still in the car, minus the front wing on car 77 for R-Race GP. So the safety car out onto the circuit with 1:15 plus 1 lap remaining. So likely Freddie Slater will take another victory in the Italian F4 Championship to try and break the record previously held by Ollie Behrman in 2021 and Andrea Antonelli. Enzo out of the car. His morning is over. So the order is Slater, Beaton, Nakamura Berta critically leading the rookie race. And almost certainly this will be another victory for Freddie Slater. He took 3 from 3 in the season opener at Misano. And then took 7 in a row, winning from race 3 at Imola. All 3 at Vallelunga. We'll just get back to what happened before the safety car came out. You can see that looks to be Reno Francot again into the gravel at the Parabolica. So 2 cars buried in the gravel. This race will certainly finish under safety car conditions. Reno Francot, high hopes for the young Dutchman, and the race will finish behind the safety car. We are being told next time round it will be the last lap. So Freddie Slater will take another victory. Reno Francot and Enzo Ye buried in the gravel. Just getting back to Freddie Slater, 3 victories at the start of the year. Race 3 at Imola. 3 at Vallelunga. And 3 wins at Mugello. To take 10 victories. So this will be victory number 14. He also won at Paul Ricard in France. And race 1 in Barcelona. The race will finish behind the safety car. A record-breaking season for the oldest of the 5 Slater siblings, direct from Silverstone, racing for the BRDC Autosport Awards 2 days ago. Freddie Slater to take a record-breaking 14th victory in his last weekend racing in Formula 4. The race will finish behind the safety car. Last lap next time round. This is the new champion. This is the driver who will take an incredible 14 victories smashing actually breaking the record. That might be a slight exaggeration. Ollie Behrman, his countryman, winning in 2021 the Italian F4 Championship. Andrea Antonelli in 2022 holding the record, which will surely be beaten by Freddie Slater. His 14th victory coming up. One more lap, it's merely a formality in pouring rain here at Monza. So this is the last lap of race 1. Race 2 to come later this afternoon. Let's be optimistic, let's hope, I say this without much hope in my voice, that we do have a dry race. That is at 20 minutes past 2 local time. And race 3, the final round of the 2024 championship in 24 hours from now, 20 past 10 local time tomorrow morning. The final round of the 2024 championship. Next year's series, of course, 7 rounds, plus the European Championship returning. That's at Paul Ricard in the south of France, Mugello in Tuscany, and Monza. Back at Monza next year twice. Once for the Italian Championship, round 3 in June, and of course for the European Championship final in October, 12 months from now. To the weekend, to the day in fact, for next year's European Championship final. Last year's title winner, Ugo Ugochukwu, who took pole position earlier this morning in the Formula Regional European Championship despite not even sitting in his car. Qualifying for the Formula Regional European Championship was cancelled at 8:30 this morning due to the condition of the circuit. The rain did stop. We have been able to race fairly decently, I'm looking for the right adjective, in deplorable conditions here. The rain has poured most of yesterday, overnight, here this morning. Freddie Slater on track to take a record-breaking 14th victory of the championship. Jack Beaton and Kin Nakamura Berta to come home in P3 and potentially assume the rookie championship lead, because Alex Powell was forced to pit. Kin Nakamura Berta will narrow the gap, won't take the championship lead in the rookie race, despite Alex Powell to finish way down the field in 36th position. Coming into this final race, Alex Powell, 318 points in the rookie championship. Kin Nakamura Berta, 282. Second in the series from Thomas Stoltemanis. He's going to finish in P15 after that second lap spin. Second green lap spin down into the Rocher chicane. So the fight is on for the rookie championship. Freddie Slater to take a record-breaking 14th victory in the Italian F4 championship. The race to finish behind the safety car. Slater will win it from Beaton and Kin Nakamura Berta. His last weekend racing in Formula 4. Made his debut with the Van Amersfoort racing team in the European Series last year at this very circuit. He rounds the final corner behind the safety car. Freddie Slater leads the field up to the line. The green flag flies, they cannot pass, but the checkered flag flies at the same time. And the newly crowned champion-elect, fast Freddie Slater, wins for the 14th time in the 2024 Italian Championship. His last weekend racing in Formula 4, he takes another victory. What a future this kid has got. The Prema Racing team driver, his last weekend racing in Formula 4, takes another victory. Jack Beaton, P2, and Kin Nakamura Berta critically home in third place, but the first rookie home after Alex Powell was forced to pit. He lost 2 laps. So the driver's title may well and truly be decided. He won it at Barcelona. Prema Racing have won the team's championship, but the rookie race will come down to the final tomorrow morning between Alex Powell and Kin Nakamura Berta, surely the Alpine F1 Academy Junior, who finishes P3. Akshay Bora P4, Rashid Albaheri P5. Gianmarco Bradell 6. Good drive from Dion in the conditions here from 7. Head of Gustav. Max Imran, the second rookie home. And the Singaporean Kabir Anurag will stand on the rookie podium and 10th outright. The second Alpine F1 Academy driver from Sentosa in the south of Singapore just edges out Luca Samalisto for the final position in the top 10. Alexander Bondarev, his second car race, the Williams junior driver, P12 ahead of Yamakoshi, second in the series coming into this round. So we have to look at the championship as well. Frey, Stolchamanis, Harrison, Stack, Olivieri in position 18. Look down there in position 36. Alex Powell 3 laps down in 36th place. So these are the championship standings. It is getting tight for second place in the series. Jack Beaton now just 19 points behind Hiyu Yamakashi, as is Akshay Border. And Alex Powell P5 in the series. So Hiyu Yamakashi down in 13th. Jack Beaton in P2. Fight for second in the championship between Border, Beaton, the US racing drivers, and Hiyu Yamakashi, who got off to a storming start at the front of the year. Of course, those victories at Imola, costly in race 3 when he clipped the chicane at Alta Variante while leading the last lap of the race. That may prove critical. He's still 19 points clear of both Jack Beaton and Akshay Border as they fight for second in the championship. Freddie Slater wins for the 14th time in 2024. Steps out of car 27 in position 1 to take victory in atrocious conditions here this morning at Monza. Ki Nakamura Bertha critically with the rookie race win here this morning in P3 outright. Congratulated by René Rossin, team manager, team owner of the Prema Racing team.
Mate, I couldn't see you, mate.
Jack there speaking with Freddie. Great to see Rene here at the circuit. What a team performance from the Prema Racing team, founded back in 1983. And of course, big plans for the team from Grisignano. About half an hour's drive from Venice. Of course, they're racing in the IndyCar World Series next year. Let's go down and hear from the race winner, Freddie Slater.
Well, you are already the champion of the series, and I know for you the goal today was to break a record, but maybe it is not the perfect weather for that.
You know, this is what I've been starting since I was 5 years old, and honestly, to be able to break records already is incredible, and that's what I want to keep doing each year in, out. And honestly, it's been an incredible season. There's still 2 races to go, so there's still 16 wins on the table to be had. So we're full focus on that. Obviously enjoy it now, and then I'm sure Monday it will kick in. But honestly, the weather has been difficult all weekend, but like I say, I've been doing it since I was 5 years old in this weather with the UK, so I'm pretty used to it by now. But no, it was a great race, and the team gave me an amazing car, got the pressures right, and we managed to dominate. So a massive thank you to them, and we crack on for race 2 and 3.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Despite the rain, we did manage to race for a fair majority of the race here this morning. Race 1 off the restart when the safety car did pull into pit lane. Freddie Slater with a super move around the outside to take the pole sitter Jack Beaton. Commendable driving for the most part by these junior drivers, 38 in the field. Thomas Stoltemanis throwing away position 7 at the Roger chicane. His teammate Alex Powell forced into pit lane with a non-conforming rear light in these conditions, and that was a mechanical defect flag for the rookie championship leader. He does still lead the rookie race, but King Nakamura Bertha was making up positions. This nice pass on Akshay Border. Going into the Rocher chicane, Border fighting back though. Firstly taking Reno Francot, who was so optimistic after starting grid 3 this morning, but did finish the race, unfortunately, down in the gravel. A crash between Maximilian Popov and Ed Robinson down into the first chicane. Brought out the safety car for the second time. This moment for Luca Vistoriano, who ran as high as third 3 weeks ago in the European Championship race. Reno Front got into the gravel. He managed to extract himself. Enzo Ye from position 10 did not. The safety car came out for the second time, and Freddie Slater took his 14th victory in the 2024 Italian Championship. Kabir Anurag with his back to us, the Singaporean on the rookie podium here, together with Maxim Rem. So the podium up for race 1 here at Monza, and the 2021 World Kart Racing Champion. Of course, 3 World Karting Champions. We believe that is a record here this weekend. Kin Nakamura Berta takes victory in the rookie race and stands P3 outright. Great drive from the Alpine F1 Academy Junior. Jack Beaton qualified on pole position, tempted to stand on the top step, but that place belongs to the newly crowned champion, Freddie Slater. And a great pleasure once again to have Mr. Giancarlo Minardi to present the third place trophy to Kin, second to Jack, and Fast Freddy wins for the 14th time.
Il vincitore è Freddie Slater e con lui viene premiata tutta la Prema Racing. Inno nazionale.
His 14th victory of 2024, Freddie Slater, Jack Beaton and Kin Nakamura Berta narrows the gap to Alex Powell in the Rookie Championship race. We did manage to race here in the rain. We'll be back for race 2 this afternoon at 2:20. We hope you can join us. We'll see you then.